This is Sherry. I'm coming at you from Sedona, Arizona, and I have decided today to come to the top of Airport. This is Airport Mesa behind me, and I found a little ways through here, and we're going to get this view. And pretty soon the sun's going to be coming through the clouds, so you'll be seeing the sunset probably while I'm talking. Let me go over here and show you how pretty it looks when it hits the mountains. Okay, you look around as I get back to my... This is my little chair. Okay, I may have to put my sunglasses on mid reading because the sun's probably going to start blinding me. But anyway, I've got three different decks that I'm going to be using. Oh Lord, here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I'm going to be using one card from Archangel Michael's deck, and we're getting, it looks like we got 2 cards from the Angel Tarot. And then we have one, I think, yeah, one from the Mermaids and Dolphins. So we're starting with Michael, and I'm going to turn you so you guys can look at that, because this is a beautiful view. And I'll pull the card out. So what we have is... I got up super late today. I don't know. I was just totally told to stay inside, which was really bizarre. And I just pretty much stayed inside the entire day, and I worked. And I thought, what? I've got to get out somewhere different. And my cave that I usually go to and read with you guys is way straight across over there. See, there's the Thunder Mountain, and it sees Chimney, and that's the area where my cave is. So it's really dark right now. And I thought, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to come over here. So the first card, how funny is this? Archangel Michael is saying, spend more time outdoors. Thank you for this is your prayer that you can say. Thank you for motivating me to spend more time outdoors and for helping me relax and enjoy connecting with nature. And he's out there underneath the big oak trees, it looks like. So, whoop, here we go. Sunglasses are going on because here comes the sun, people. I'll just let you take a look because it's so beautiful. So Archangel Michael, clearly this is what I'm doing, and this is the way to come clear your head for sure. The fresh air helps you hear your higher self and spirit more. I should look at this. I wonder, can you see anything? You can. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't just whiting the screen out. You can hear your higher self more, and the natural setting. You relax more. I do. As soon as I get outside, I start feeling better. I can't handle being cooped up in the house. So spending more time outside is kind of like clearing the cobwebs out of your mind. Oh, here comes the sun. Clearing the cobwebs out of your mind, letting go of the stresses of your daily life, and kind of just reconnecting to your higher self. And also what they're saying with this card could possibly be, maybe they're asking for you to take a spiritual journey to a power place, because I'm sitting in a power place right now. Sedona is definitely a power place. So maybe they're asking you to go to a place like this. Maybe you're supposed to be learning an outdoor hobby. I'm not quite sure what that might be. Football, hockey, ice skating, running, jogging. I have no idea. Anything. I like hiking. I like climbing, so those kind of things. So exercise, get more exercise. That's one thing. Just to get to where I'm at, I had to hike up all along the side here of this place to get to this spot. Whoa, it's bright. Also, they're saying that maybe take up nature photography. That's cool, because in a place like this, I'm always taking pictures. They're also saying it would be a good idea to keep plants in your home. I've always been bugged by that. False, fake plants in a house. Real plants in a house just brings energy and life into your house. So they're saying, maybe you need to do that. Maybe look around your house. Do you have a bunch of plastic plants, or do you have no plants at all? They're asking you to bring a little life into your plants. Also, they're telling you that it would be good to open your windows. A lot of times people are in offices, they're sealed up, and at home they've got the air conditioning on, and they're saying, open the window and let some air in. Get some fresh air blowing through your house, because if you can't get outside, sometimes people can't be outside hiking around, but you can open up your office window, you can open your house window, just let the air, let the fresh air come in. Okay, that's our first message. I want to kind of hike over to, here, you're going to come with me. Sorry. I kind of want to go over this way a little bit. I want to find a flatter rock over here, because I want to face, this is kind of bright, and it's probably blinding you guys. So I'd like to get a look of all of this, so maybe I'll just sit right here on this little seat. Thank you for this spot. All right, that's where we're at. So now we can see all of that. Okay, so our next message is going to be coming from, I say, magical mermaids. Let's do the magical mermaids. And what they're saying is, set your sights higher, increase your standards, and expect more for yourself. Don't settle. Now, this is really an interesting card to come up for me today because I dreamed about this last night. I was with my future husband, and I was saying to him, where is it that you want to live? And I'm going to let you look around. And he said, Santa Barbara. And I said, Santa Barbara? You mean Rancho Bernardo, which is this town by the little town that I grew up in California, Escondido. And he said, no, Santa Barbara. And I said, okay, well, who's going to pay for that? You know, that's a pretty expensive place. Don't you think that we should start somewhere a little more realistic? And he said, no, that's where I want to live. That's where I think that we should live. So that's what I'm going to visualize. And I said, okay, well, who's going to pay for that? And he said, we are. Why are you concerned with this? Just put it out there. That's what you're supposed to do. And I laughed. I'm like, okay, so Santa Barbara it is. So it's interesting because it's like often we put limits here. I'll look at, like you guys look around. Why look at me? We put limits on spirit, and they're basically saying stop doing that. Expect more for yourself. Don't settle. You know, often this card comes when maybe you have been settling for less in your life, less than you deserve, and you don't need to compromise. And what Spirit is saying is that they will help heal situations that you are in or bring you to better situations and replace them. All you need to do is ask for the help of the Creator and His angels, and then listen to the guidelines and the advice that you get, the steps that you are to take, and what they, just like my dream, just like my smarty pants guy said, visualize what it is that you want. So visualize what you want. Get very specific. He says we should visualize living in Santa Barbara. So okay, that works for me. I like Santa Barbara too. So they're saying visualize it. Visualize a wonderful life. And we have the power to, and the ability to accomplish this with heaven's help because we are connected to Spirit. Another thing is what they're saying is you might be feeling intimidated to move up to a higher level in your spiritual journey. Maybe you kind of like are comfortable where you're at. You've learned what what you've gotten at this point, and you're kind of a little bit nervous to open up to any other gifts. And they're saying don't. You need to stretch. They want you to keep releasing and moving forward. I was saying that, you know, yesterday I did a intuitive practice reading where I said, you know, everybody can ask a question. No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say, what is it that Sherry needs to know? And then they were supposed to listen to their higher selves and give me a message. And whatever it is that came to their minds, they were supposed to trust it. And then I would do the same for them. So they did it. Everybody was dead on. It was awesome. And it was funny because they kept saying, I don't know where that came from. I don't, you know, it probably doesn't mean anything. And if it means something to you in your life, and they were awesome. So Spirit's saying, stretch yourself, expect more for yourself, expect that you are more connected than you actually realize. Because we are. We came from Spirit, all of us, and we are spirit creatures. We have the ability to connect with our higher selves. We just have to, it's practice, you know, practice makes perfect. So stretch yourself is what they're saying. What else could it possibly be? I think that's pretty much all that I'm going to get from this one. I'm going to put these cards. Where did I leave my bag? Over there. Look how pretty, guys. We get the sunset. There's like 400 people up above me taking pictures, and I thought, I am not going to sit up there with the whole world. That's not my idea of fun. I like being by myself in nature. Okay, so the next message we have is balance. I hope you can see this. This is Archangel Zadkiel, and he says, the need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise, work for perfect timing. So the situation in your life right now, you're being advised against moving compulsively. If you have been impulsive in the past, they're saying this is an opportunity for you to rectify things and maybe change your routine or change your the way that you are. Here, I'll let you look. It's going to go down pretty soon. The way that you've approached things possibly in the past, so that you can rectify things and make things a little bit better. They're also saying for anything, whatever's going on in your life right now, they're asking for you to take a more balanced approach, like a slow, moderate. If you're thinking of making big changes in your life, they're saying, you know, don't jump at anything right now. Keep the pace slow, moderate. Think on it. Allow until more messages come forward. They're asking for you to work cooperatively with others. Possibly in this situation is calling for you to see things from another's viewpoint, which is sometimes difficult. So they're saying to come from a place of compassion and kindness, because whatever you send out is what you're going to get back, right? So if you're sending out compassion and kindness and love, that's the kind of energy you're going to get back. Look how hot I am. I'm all shiny faced. And also, let's see what else they're saying. Forgiveness brings about healing, and which allows for new beginnings. So this is the path of moderation, compassion, kindness, forgiveness is what they're asking for. So seeking balance in all areas of your life, so that you can bring a win-win situation to everybody involved in whatever it is that's going on in your life. Okay, so the next message, I think we're going to have like perfect timing here with the lighting. The sky's going to get incredible when the sun goes down. So the next message we have is Page of Air. This is from the Angel Tarot as well. Both of these are from the Angel Tarot. And what it's talking about, it's saying there could be challenging information coming to you. Delays to plans and truth delivered without tact. So I'm looking at the picture. I don't know if you guys can see it. My glasses are shining with the light, but I see all the different spirit animals, all the totem animals, which makes me think of messages coming forth right now for you through the totem messengers, that could help you going through these situations. Like right today, I put up several. I was today just inundated by totem animal messengers, people asking me for certain messages and looking things up, and there was quite a few that were put in. And right before I came here, I went grocery shopping really quickly, and I came to my front step, and on my front step was a wing, a whole wing. And it wasn't like an animal had just been ripped apart. It was pretty dry, so it had been out there for quite a while, but it was a message. It wasn't there when I left, and it was a sparrow's wing. So the sparrow totem is what we're going to talk about. The sparrow is, here, I'm going to let you look again. It's beautiful. The sparrow is a bird of triumph. The sparrow is a bird of, it's a very common bird. It's a bird of tenacity, of being able to handle situations, no matter where it lands. It pretty much can survive anywhere. So it's talking about that you're going to be having challenging information and delays to plans. So it might be causing you to be upset. And they're saying, sparrow's here to remain determined. There's our next totem right there. That's the bat. We'll get him in a minute. They're so cute. They're tiny. And there's the sparrow. Okay, so the sparrow totem, he's a bird of determination, of triumph, and overcoming challenges and difficulties. He is also, was also the pet of Aphrodite, the goddess of, the goddess of love, Venus, Aphrodite, Venus. So it's showing you that even though there's challenging information, there's going to be, oh, look at you guys. Even though you've got challenging information that's come to you, there's going to be triumph coming. You're going to overcome the obstacles that have come in your way. Hold on. I'm going to have to use my other glasses because these ones are going to get dark as soon as the sun goes down. Okay, so also what they're saying is that a message might come from somebody, and they might be delivering this message in a way. I'm gonna have to walk because I gotta go back to where my glasses are. I'll go like this. The messages might come to you by somebody who says it in a way that's not very smooth. So it might be delivered in a way that's kind of challenging, because it might be delivered in a way that's very blunt. So that might be annoying to you, and you might not actually hear the message at first because you're annoyed by the way somebody has handled the situation. Like for me right now, I came to Sedona. The reason I'm here is because, sorry, oh wow, that's dark. The sun's going down. The reason I came to Sedona originally was because my suite that I just moved into has a problem. And it was intriguing because my friend John, he asked me to come cut his hair, and I said, no, I can't, because I just moved, and I said, I can't leave Liger alone, and he's not comfortable where he's at, and blah, blah, blah. And then literally, 3 days later, I had my walls in my suite leaking and water running down my walls, and I had nowhere to go. So the only place I could go was to John's, and I thought, okay, I'm going to Sedona. So that's why I came to Sedona. It was because of challenging information, and I was supposed to be here for a week. We were going to go to Taos, like I told you last week, and then we didn't end up going. Here, I'll let you watch because the colors are going to go really pretty. We didn't end up going to Taos. John had to go back to LA. He had a course that he had to take, and he forgot that he paid for it. So that was kind of set out the door. So I've been here on my own for the last 5 days at this point. And so there's challenging information. And I was really annoyed because I thought, ugh, he's gone, and I'm going to be here by myself. And everything happens for a reason, though. That's what we have to remember, is that everything is happening for a reason, even when we can't see it at the time. So, and the woman that was that owns my place, she's not smooth in any way whatsoever. She is quite blunt, and I was annoyed, and so this is clearly a message for me, that I had to look past that situation and understand that there was something bigger going on. There was a bigger picture than it was actually appearing to me. Because just, what was it, yesterday, I checked to see how it was going as far as my suite, and if it had been finished yet, you know, the drywall and everything. She hasn't even started. So I thought, that's just lovely. That's perfect. You know, delays, again, challenging information. How am I going to handle this? I was so mad. And then I realized that I'd been seeing New Mexico the whole time that I was here. New Mexico on license plates. John kept saying, you got to go, you got to go. And I said, I don't want to go to, you know, drive all the way there by myself to New Mexico. And I just realized that I'm supposed to go. And it's funny, because when Spirit tells us to do some things, sometimes we have a difficult time understanding what they're showing us, and we might fight it. And so they're going to make sure that it happens. So I had nowhere to go, and I couldn't stay with John for another week. We could only handle each other, you know, for so long. And it's kind of putting somebody out to stay in their home, but he's a home in Taos that he said that I could stay in. So I guess I'm going to be going to Taos for a week. So everything happens for a reason. So deal with challenging information as best you can, and recognize that everything's happening for a reason. Just, okay, I'm going to turn this camera around, because wait till you see. The clouds are going to start. This is when it's the best, is when the sun goes down, then the clouds start just looking insanely beautiful. The colors, oh, I love it. So there's a message there. And now that the sun's going down, I'm going to tell you about the bat totem. The bat totem is talking about rebirth. And it talks about a shamanic death and rebirth. So it's an ending of a certain part of our lives, and a new beginning of something else coming forward. So there's something in your life that has come to an end, a situation, a relationship, a time period of your life, and you're being asked to release it with grace and understand that you aren't able to move forward on your new path until you release the past. And it's a good thing. In a lot of times, you know, like I said, when things go wrong, we think, or things don't turn out the way that we thought they were going to turn out, we get upset and we try and fight it. So Spirit's asking for us to move and roll with it. Roll forward. Oh, isn't that incredible? Huh? I feel like I wish I could snap pictures while you guys were talking. While I'm talking. So what do we have? I'm going to wrap it up a little bit here. We've got bat totem, rebirth, shamanic death, rebirth, resurrection, moving forward, new part of our life. You have to let go of the past in order to let the new come in. We've got Sparrow totem, that is speaking about being determined and resolute and overcoming obstacles, and it's a bird of victory. It's also speaking about love, because it's Aphrodite's pet. And I was going to tell you, we didn't get any. I can't even believe it. I'm turning it this way, because now it's even prettier. I can't believe that we didn't get any since I've been up here, but what we had flying around were ravens. Normally we always have ravens here in Sedona, and they were flying around. They're always up in my canyon. But I'm going to tell you anyway what's going on with Raven. Raven is between worlds. Raven is also a time period where you're going to be looking into your deep down inside of yourself and pulling up what needs to be released. It talks about magic and miracles abound. So there's spiritual forces going on behind the scenes that you may not be aware of, that are working for you and your benefit. Ravens, they're talking about examining the darkness and the void and facing your fears. And when you look at your fears, go down deep. That's what they're saying. Talk about things that have been maybe blocking you, and look at them and see the fears. Because if you have to pull it up in front of yourself to see it in order to release it and move past it and go forward. So Raven, but for me, Raven is always, every time I see the Raven totem, I always say magic and miracles. Yeah, that's what it was, you know. And for me, the sparrow is the bird of triumph, and the bat is about rebirth, meaning something a new part of your life is you're reborn. And I've been seeing that all day today. I'll tell you something a little bit macabre. I'll hold it this way because this is too pretty. I was focused on death today, all day while I was inside. Everybody kept bringing me things about death, and I thought, what is the focus on death? I don't like to focus on death, but I have been getting this entire trip, it's all about rebirth for me. It's a new beginning, and things are starting and they're changing and shifting. And so when you see death even in dreams, I was watching in my dreams people being pushed off the walls to their death, and I thought, wow, kept happening over and over again. And what's interesting is the reason that they were being pushed off the walls is because they were resisting the change, the changes that were happening in their life. They were resisting the ending of things, and so Spirit ended up going and pushing them off the wall. And sometimes that's what happens if we resist. Just like me, I resisted going. I resisted coming here when I was supposed to come to Sedona, right? And so Spirit took it into its own hands, and my walls ended up falling apart, so I had to come. I was resisting going to Taos. I didn't want to go alone. Well, now I have to go. So Spirit, it's funny how they will make our way. But death, it was death in my dreams. And then death today I kept seeing. They showed over and over again. I made a wrong turn and I pulled my car in, and I was in front of a mortuary, and I thought, all right, I get it. I get it. I release it. I release it. I face it. I understand and let it go. And whatever it is that's coming, maybe some of us know what it is that's ended. Maybe some of us don't know yet what's ending. I'm not even going to say it because I don't want to put it out there. I'm just going to allow to see what happens and roll with it when it does as best I can, just like I kind of did on this trip. And so you're being encouraged to do that as well. So if you want to follow me, I'm on Twitter, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Google+, I'm on, what am I on? Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, Angel's Whisper, Sherry Lation, Sherry Standalation, Angel's Whisper, for 2 months, till that name change goes through. There's one of our little bat guys. Hey, Batman! Hey, Batman! Aren't they cute? Those are the tiniest little bats. I love them. I love them, love them, love them. Rebirth. Okay, and also I'm on YouTube, where all these videos go. So if you want to go to YouTube and subscribe, you'll get the videos, and you can go back through them and listen to the different videos and the messages that you pop along. That's going to be what Spirit wants you to hear. So often it's really a good idea to do that. I listen to my readings a couple weeks after I get them, and I post them, and that's when I see my messages. Even this right now, you know, I'll look back and I'll realize why I was being shown what we're being shown today. Is that not beautiful, the fire in the sky? Oh my goodness. I feel like I should kind of drag this out a little bit so you guys can just watch that. Who's talking to us? Let's see what other totem we might get. Oh, and if you'd like to have a reading done or dream analysis, my website is www.thewhispersofangels.com. I'm really very, very into doing personal private readings because teaching is my favorite thing. I love teaching. I love helping people understand how Spirit's communicating with us and delivering the messages. As a Red Hawk, that's one of my main totems. I'm the messenger, so I really, really enjoy doing that. So I make time for my readings right away, and pretty much everybody that's gotten one from me can attest to the fact that within a day or two, they get their readings, usually the same day. It's the bats that are talking. That's interesting. I've not heard them before. There was a whole bunch of little bats up there talking. So that's our message, the loudest right now. Rebirth and resurrection. So let go, stop holding on so tight, and allow the new to come in. And I'm sorry that I'm going to pull this camera away, but I'm going to have to start hiking back. Thank you for being with me here. I do have a reading that I did midweek. It's really long. It's a cool one. But there was something wrong with my computer. I wasn't able to upload it. So I knew I was supposed to come up and do a new one today. I'm going to hopefully get my computer fixed tomorrow, and I can see if I can upload it. But it's a cool one. I had it done, and I was over up there in Oak Creek Canyon that runs through, like, remember I was up, in my other videos, I was up above on the way to Flagstaff, and then I stopped